For more on the epic Eastern Conference showdown, Ty Windish of the Eurostep podcast joins me now. And Ty, in a series like this where there were a ton of storylines from the heroics of Chris Middleton to Giannis' play in the elimination game to Coach Bud possibly saving his job, what's your biggest takeaway?
I think my biggest takeaway is just the resilience of this Bucks team. I mean, this is under Mike Budenholzer. We had never seen these Bucks win a series that wasn't 4 straight wins. They had never gotten into a series like this where the home team wins every game until game 7. There's certainly highs and very low lows for the Bucks in this series. All seemed lost after game 2. Game 3, even a Bucks win didn't seem that convincing. So I think we learned that PJ Tucker and the rest of the team, when they referred to themselves as dogs, they were not lying. I think that comes from being better this year and from the playoff failures of years past, learning a few things through all the bumps on the road.
I think you just said it best there. The resiliency definitely stood out to me as well. But what would you say was the biggest difference maker in this series?
You know, there's so many ways you can look here. I think Game 7, it felt like everyone who was called upon was ready to play. Drew Holiday, a very rough start and most of the game, but at the very end got it together. I think the biggest factor, the biggest impact on the game, though, you have to say Giannis, the Greek freak. 40 points, facing elimination on the road in Game 7. Not a great start, wasn't hitting free throws early, and really just kept on battling, kept attacking, getting to the line, and then making those free throws, maybe with some help from the counting of the Brooklyn crowd. But 40 points, the second most he's ever scored in the playoffs. The Bucks clearly needed every single one going to overtime and winning there.
You know, there was another Eastern Conference semifinals that went 7. And how about the Hawks in an upset on the road? They get it done. How do you see that one playing out between the Bucks and the Hawks?
Listen, the Hawks, I think a lot of people aren't going to take seriously enough because they are, the less proven team. Certainly, they don't have a player of Giannis's caliber, although Trae Young is doing a lot to put himself in that conversation this postseason. But this is not a team that Bucks fans should take lightly. I think this team could pose a bigger threat to Milwaukee than the 76ers, who they beat, just because their perimeter play is at a different level. And we've seen teams with guards who can penetrate and find shooters really make the Bucks pay, in the regular season at least, the Phoenixes and Utahs of the world that really cut through the Bucks defense like a buzzsaw. So I think Milwaukee, to win this series, are going to need a lot from Drew Holiday guarding Trae Young. I think that is the crucial matchup. If you can limit Trae Young, both his scoring, his getting to the foul line, which he's going to try to do a whole lot, and his creation for his teammates, I think it's really ahead of the snake situation. They have a lot of players, Atlanta, who can hurt you on the offensive end, but it starts with Trae Young.
It should be a fun one. Only 8 more wins, for the Bucks, so they are potentially the next NBA champions. Ty, thanks for your time, as usual.